Welcome back with Antigonous Gaming. This is the final part of Final Fantasy VII Remake. We've just defeated the Whisper Harbinger and have been brought into the some kind of edge of creation thing. We're seeing the skies turning red with fire. We're inside and we see a meteor flying towards us. Pieces of Midgar flying everywhere. And it's all being absorbed into this dark void thing. Sephiroth seems to be absorbing the whispers. As there's like flaming tornadoes everywhere. And then all of a sudden the clouds above us open up. Sephiroth swings his sword, so the purple flame from the whispers that was surrounding him are now gone. He lifts up a piece of the Shinra building itself and flings it at our team who are standing on like a floating platform. They're all dispersed in different places. Cloud slices his way through a couple of train cars that are in his way. And he lands on a large platform. And Sephiroth descends down. And he...
Let's finish this. Fate is not to be taken lightly. Shut up!
Sephiroth says fate is not to be taken lightly. That to me is like someone saying, like, if you're looking at it from a disability angle, it's like, you were born with this, you just need to accept it. And Cloud saying shut up is him attempting to, like, go beyond, you know, what, you know, fate has dealt you. Sephiroth is just like, you need, your fate owns you. You cannot challenge your destiny. So I want to stagger him, because if I do, I can do more damage. Oh, and when you scan him, it just says unable to read. Alright, Cloud throws him up in the air. We do some damage. Cloud slams him down. And then we land on a new platform. I'm going to use a Mega Potion real quick. Braver on Sephiroth. His stagger gauge doesn't last that long.
The planet will claim that. Beg for forgiveness.
So he has level 3 spells, and he has a bunch of really strong sword techniques. His Scintilla is like a counterattack stance.
Second wing.
His Telluric Fury is the equivalent of Cloud's Triple Slash. He got the better of me on this platform. So we used our attacks at the same time.
Let's finish this.
Oh.
Sorry.
So, and then he's at 75% health. He throws Cloud to the ground and he's holding him to the ground with magic. And Sephiroth summons a big boulder of debris and he's about to send it in. And all of a sudden it explodes. Aerith blows it up with magic.
No, really. It's tough.
Yeah? So what? Screw him.
But now we got Aerith on our team, too.
I'll take care of him. You can do it!
I got this.
Alright, we're gonna use Cloud's limit break on Sephiroth.
Nothing personal.
Go on. That's it.
A few of the hits got
I'm
in.
coming.
Aerith healed Cloud.
I won't give up.
Ah,
Go on.
right
Wait.
before Sephiroth lands the finishing blow on Cloud.
I'm here. Can you take over for me? I'll take care of them. You've got this.
Take it over. Deal with that.
So it's my turn? It's your turn.
Hang back.
Alright, we staggered him. Fly him up in the air. Aerith shoots him with her Ray of Judgment. Then Cloud slams the sword down, breaks the platform, and sends us to the next one below.
Gotta go for it now. Get him! I'll show you what I can do. Why don't you lead the way?
Heal up. Ain't dead yet. Keep it together.
We've got to get through this. Can you take over for a bit? Get him! That's it! So it's my turn? One more shot!
Take it over. You're mine. No more fighting nice.
This one's for you! Get him!
Alright. Sephiroth steps back. He pulls out his one wing, and now he uses his magic to pin Aerith and Cloud to the ground. He's about to get Cloud with his sword. And Barrett comes in
Barrett!
using covering fire, and he pushes him off.
Let's go. Do you dream of me?
So Sephiroth can now change his weakness. I'm gonna have Cloud use his limit break on Sephiroth.
Let's stand, asshole.
Now it's just we gotta. This is our team for the rest of the fight. So based on how many abilities you use with Aerith, Tifa, and Barrett, that determines who you get against Sephiroth to help Cloud.
I'll take care of you. I'll take care of him.
Let's go.
Stay back.
Take him down. You're done.
Go on. One more shot.
I'm still kicking. Doggone it, asshole! You're up.
I'll show you what I can do. It's your turn.
I got it. I won't give up.
Hey, life's not over yet. We still got a job to do.
I'm coming. This one's for you. You're hurt.
No more games.
You're hurt.
Octa Slash is his ultimate attack.
Gotta dig deep for this one.
Close the memories.
But once I bring her back,
You okay?
It's okay. I'll do better. Bless them with your love and grace.
ah,
Real pain in the ass. Get your shit together.
man,
Let's turn this around. Bring in the heat.
Get him!
Got a whole people mad with your name on it.
just gotta keep going, keep fighting.
So it's my turn? You can do it!
I got it.
Forgive me. I'm still kicking.
I'm gonna use Barrett's Limit Break on Sephiroth now.
Taking time. Y'all return to flash. This ain't nothing.
I'll show you what I can do. This one's for you! It's your turn.
My turn.
Stop it!
Got him again. I have Infinity's End ready,
One more shot!
so that was a good blow on him. Alright. Sephiroth now moves on to the final phase. He calls for Meteor, which is like now out in the sky in the background, and calling for Meteor powers him up. And now he's like flying in the air. He's gonna start using more of his spells. But this is it. This is the final segment of the fight. There's black spells, like black gravity magic exploding everywhere. We're up in the void, basically. The meteor's in the sky. We can see the floating ruins. We're on the
Here goes!
presumably a piece of rubble from the Shinra building itself.
And catch! Stay strong, okay?
Let's get this.
Stop it!
Brace yourself. Keep it together.
Just keep pushing.
So it's my turn?
Darkness falls.
His Heartless Angel attack reduces anything it hits to 1 health. So you gotta immediately heal from that. His ultimate attack,
No need to panic.
for AoE anyway. I'm seeing stuff coming out of the meteor.
Go on!
It's getting brighter. Cloud's got his limit ready. We're gonna use it.
All in. Gotta give it my all.
And it's enough. Sephiroth grabs his chest and he falls back a little bit, but you know, he's Sephiroth, so one defeat is not gonna get him.
Tifa!
Tifa flies in, kicks away his last attack. Sephiroth pulls his sword,
We can.
ready to go another round.
Make it right.
Then he sends some whispers at us and he retreats. Aerith uses Sorcerer's Storm to ward them off. Red and Tifa go next. Cloud charges after Sephiroth. Barret gives him covering fire. Cloud's jumping from one piece of rubble to another as he's trying to get higher up into the void, into this void space to get back to Sephiroth. Sephiroth smirks. Cloud hits him with his sword, and the two of them vanish into thin air. And then there's a bright, kind of explosion-looking thing. We're going through like some kind of tube in the warp portal. And Cloud finds himself on a stone platform out in the middle of space with Sephiroth. He's having a hallucination and Sephiroth grabs him.
Careful now. That which lies ahead does not yet exist.
Cloud slaps him away and jumps back.
Our world will become a part of it one day, but I will not end.
He's looking, Sephiroth is like looking straight up into a
Nor
nebula
will I
looking
have
thing in
you.
space, you know, multicolored stars.
This is...
The edge of creation. Cloud, lend me your strength. Let us defy destiny together.
Bill Sephiroth says, you know, join me, we'll defy destiny and we'll chart a new path for this world. Cloud refuses. Sephiroth holds up his sword, as does Cloud. We get all the, you know, camera angles and cinematics showing they're about to have a nice fight. Cloud's fighting him off. All kind of different moves. But he can't really land a decisive blow on Sephiroth. He's about to hit him from behind and Sephiroth predicts it perfectly. Cloud charges. Sephiroth stops him.
Not yet.
Pushes him back. Sephiroth goes on the offensive and one blow knocks Cloud's sword away.
7 seconds
He's leaning,
till the
he's
end.
leaning right into Cloud's ear here.
Time enough for you, perhaps. But what will you do with it? Let's see.
Cloud's eyes bug out of his head and Sephiroth is gone after whispering into Cloud's ear. And it just zooms out and it shows the Buster Sword in the ground and Cloud is staring at the nebula that Sephiroth was looking at earlier. Now we got Rufus. He's looking out the window at the helipad. Heidegger walks up to him.
Mr. Vice President.
This is nothing.
Mr. President. That's right.
Heidegger, you know, clenching his teeth. He's not a big fan of Rufus, I guess. We got Reeve, Palmer, Scarlet, Heidegger, standing at attention to Rufus, who's behind the desk along with Sung. Rufus sits down in the chair of of his dad's. Zooms in on his face. And then it goes to Hojo's lab, where the scientists are running about trying to figure out what happened to Genova. Hojo's staring at where she used to be in her pod before it was destroyed by Sephiroth. Not saying much. You can tell that he's a maniac by the fact that he's laughing at how Sephiroth raided his lab. And then it goes back to the scene with Zack. And all of the Shinra soldiers are dead. And then we see a bag with a picture of Stamp. But it's a different dog breed. In the game, Stamp was always portrayed as a beagle, and now he's a terrier. Just wonder what that might mean. Zack's covered in dirt, but all the Shinra guard, and he's pretty beat up, but all the Shinra guards are dead.
Hey, Cloud. You see that?
There's an explosion that knocks him over. And as Zack looks towards Midgar, he sees like a bright explosion looking thing. And then like the whispers fade away. And then you can see the city again. You know, like the force field that was trying to keep him away is suddenly gone. Cloud is somewhere around here. Zack was trying to bring him back to Midgar, but Cloud's not feeling so good in this instance. We'll learn more about this in Rebirth. If you know the story of Crisis Core, you know Zack's story, and you know how that scene originally ended. Now we see Sector 7 cleanup efforts. We got soup kitchens going. We're trying to take care of people, cleaning stuff up. Kid pets a dog. Some other kids are running and playing together. They put Tifa's Seventh Heaven sign up against something so it won't cause trouble. And you got Marl, who's overseeing the whole thing as kind of the de facto mayor of Sector 7 Undercity. And she looks up, and she sees all these little golden things coming down from the sky. Similar to the things that Zack saw when he looked out. And we see more coming down by the Leaf House in Sector 5. We go into one of the bedrooms on the second floor of the Leaf House. And we see Jesse's gloves and Biggs' headband. And Biggs is in the bed. If you recall, he used to be a teacher at the Leaf House, so he knows the people there. And Biggs has a bunch of bandages around him from being hurt, but he wakes up. We got Marlene taking care of flowers in
Marlene?
Elmira's and Era's house.
Daddy?
It feels like maybe she senses something to do with Barrett. We see a bunch of the yellow flower petals. And now we're outside the city.
I'll come back.
So, what now?
Era shrugs that she doesn't know. Cloud is deep in thought. He's holding one of Sephiroth's feathers. And
Sephiroth.
as he clenches his hand, it disappears.
As long as he's still out there.
I thought you beat him.
Oh, shakes his head
We
no.
can. We will. Count me in.
If it's to be a hunt, you could use a nose like mine.
I'm in too. Bastard wants to destroy the whole planet, doesn't he? An enemy of hers is an enemy of Avalanche.
So the whole team's gonna help Cloud find Sephiroth. You see Midgar in the background. It's starting to rain. Now, the land around Midgar is very desolate because they've sucked the life out of it to feed the city's power system. And this is the vocal version of the main theme of the game. And we see a vision of Zack carrying Cloud, who's, you know, in really bad shape, back to
Almost there, Cloud. We're almost there.
back to Midgar. And Cloud and Aerith walk past them, but it's almost like they're in two different planes of reality. So, you know, you see like light in the background as Zack and sick Cloud go one way, and healthy Cloud and Aerith and the rest of the team go the others.
The sky. I don't like it.
So that line was actually changed from the original English translation after Rebirth came out, to fit better with some of the stuff we see in Rebirth. And it says the unknown journey will continue. And now we have the credits. So I hope you enjoyed the game. I love this game. I've played it a number of times. It's the reason I picked it first. And I think a lot of the themes are really relevant to people who deal with sickness. You know, even down to the final fight where you're talking about, you know, the future can't be changed, and, you know, Sephiroth is telling him, you know, that, you know, fate is not something to be trifled with. And, you know, it's just, it's really like, you know, Sephiroth is the almost like a human embodiment of all of those negative emotions, as I've said before. And, you know, he's telling Cloud, you know, that, you know, the only way forward is to embrace his vision of the way things should be, which is, you know, the terrible vision that you are only your problems and your, you know, your health problems and your fate. And, you know, you've got Aerith and Tifa and Red and Barrett, and we'll meet more friends in the next game, and then, you know, who are, you know, the opposite. They're the support system that anyone with a disability needs, because it's hard to ask for help. As you can see, Cloud really needs help, but his pride and, you know, that desire to be free and not have to rely on others is, you know, is really strong in everyone. And when you have a disability, it's hard to admit that you need help. Sometimes, you know, this is something I struggle with. I like to do things on my own, and it can be really hard to admit that you need help with stuff. So, you know, I really liked this game, and I think that really the themes of identity, and we'll see it even more obviously in Rebirth, but I really like how they contrast the villains, you know, or at least in terms of Cloud as the narrator, you know, that he's got his friends who also have disabilities, so they kind of are there for him, and they've been through similar situations. And then he's got other friends that are just like those annoyingly positive people that you need in your life, and sometimes you want to push them away because you're like, oh, this is toxic positivity. But when your life is tough, sometimes having those kind of people in your life are actually good, because they can kind of be infectiously positive and you know, on the one hand, you're kind of teaching them, because a lot of people like that can be kind of innocent, you know, how rough things can be. But on the other hand, their overflowing positivity can help you, you know, get up and maybe do something that you didn't feel like you had hope of doing. So, you know, contrasting, you know, Hojo and Sephiroth and those people as kind of the forces that represent all of the bad things that you experience in disability. You know, Hojo being, you know, all the terrible experiences and the trauma surrounding like surgery and, you know, doctors that, you know, may or may not know what they're doing, and, you know, Sephiroth being that kind of inner voice of negativity and, you know, just accept your fate. And then you've got the rest of the team who are, you know, out there telling him, you know, you're not your sickness, and we'll see this more in the next game. You're not just, you know, and it's okay to ask for help, and, you know, that, you know, they're counting on him, so it's okay for him to count on them too. And I know, you know, when you have people that rely on you, it's a really good feeling, because that fights against that inner feeling of like loneliness and uselessness and hopelessness that can be, you know, overwhelming when your life is hard and full of pain and torment. You know. But on the other hand, what also makes this game great is it deals with serious themes, but it also has like fun scenes too. You know, the scene with Mayor Domino, and you know, and he's like, "Oh, nobody knows my pain and torment," and you know, there's plenty of, you know, funny bantering between Cloud and Barrett, and Barrett and Red 13, and you know, some of the villains themselves are kind of funny too, even though we know that Shinra and all the people associated with them are really bad. You know, the Turks have their moments. Even Hojo, who's like one of the worst people in the universe, has his moments of humor. You know, and then of course we've got, you know, the main characters who are hilarious, and then we've also got side characters like Roche and Johnny, and, you know, and them. So, you know, I really feel like they did a good job with the game, balancing the cast and all that. And I hope that you've enjoyed all all these videos. You know, and if you are someone with a disability and you chose to watch this channel because of that, you know, and you hadn't experienced Final Fantasy VII before, I really hope that you enjoyed it and you'll want to continue watching, you know, and, you know, I hope maybe if you're someone who, you know, maybe watches content like this because you don't feel confident that you can go out and do things on your own, that, this story gives you a little bit of confidence that you can. And, you know, it's hard, especially when you feel like maybe there's no one there in your life to help you do it, but, you know, Cloud's a good example of how you can be you can have disabilities and still be amazing. You know, and that even though he's struggling with his identity, and we'll see that in the next game, and it really doesn't get concluded until the end of the story, and which will be in part 3. You know, I hope one of these characters is relatable to you, and you know, maybe they, you know, and if my content gives you even a little bit of confidence to go out and try and do something that you previously felt like was out of reach, well, then I think I did my job. So that's all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna let the rest of the credits roll, and then I'm gonna end the video. We'll be doing the Yuffie story up next, because that kind of sets up how she enters the plot. And I'll introduce her more when we do that video. I'll talk a little bit about her lore and what she was in the original game versus what she is now then. So, for now, thank you so much. This was Antigonous Gaming presenting Final Fantasy VII Remake. And I really hope that you enjoyed all the videos you watched. If you learned anything from my commentary, or, you know, it made you feel a little bit better about yourself, then that makes me happy that I started this channel. So, And that is Final Fantasy VII Remake. It just says here that Chapter Select has now been unlocked. Open the main menu and go to Chapter Select, and you can replay any chapter from the beginning using your current character's weapons and materia. This is a great way to tackle uncompleted quests, find story elements you missed the first time, and more thoroughly explore Midgar. I will be using this to make a video doing the uncompleted side quests from Chapter 13, and I'll also probably do a video where I fight Leviathan and Bahamut in Chadley's Combat Simulator, because I didn't fight those bosses on my way through because I was trying to pick up the pacing and the number of videos I did. So once again, thank you for watching me play through this game, and I do own Rebirth, so we'll be back with that after we do the Yuffie DLC. That's really short. It's only 2 chapters. It'll probably be like 3 or 4 videos tops. So, thank you so much, and I hope you enjoyed the show. So we will be back with more content soon. So